Hello, welcome to Biology, the scientific study of life. Phylogeny and systematics. Investigating the tree of life. Evolutionary biology is about both process and history. In this unit, we have already examined the process of evolution, natural selection, and other mechanisms that change the genetic composition of populations, and that can lead to the origin of a new species. But evolutionary biologists also seek to reconstruct the long-term results of these processes, the entire history of life on Earth. This chapter 25 describes how biologists trace phylogeny from the Greek phylon, tribe, and genesis origin, the evolutionary history of a species or group of species. Phylogeny from the Greek phylon, the evolutionary history of a species or group of species in construction. Phylogenists, biologists draw on the fossil record, which provides information about ancient organisms. Notice this figure. They also utilize systematics and analytical approach to understanding the diversity and relationships of organisms, both present day and extinct. Systematics or systematists have traditionally studied morphological and biochemical resemblances among organisms as a basis for inferring evolutionary relationships. Recent decades, systematists have gained a powerful new tool, molecular systematics, which uses comparisons of DNA, RNA, and other molecules to infer evolutionary relationships between individual genes and even between entire genomes. This figure, notice that this information explosions is enabling evolutionary biologists to construct a universal tree of all life, which will continue to be refined as the database of DNA and RNA sequences grows. Notice this figure, or notice this tree, an unexpected family tree. What are the evolutionary relationships among a human and mushroom and a tulip? Molecular systematics has revealed that despite appearances, animals, including humans and fungi, such as mushrooms, are more closely related to each other than either are or plants. Back to notice that a dragonfly fossil from Brazil, more than 100 million years old. Phylogenes are based on common ancestors inferred from fossil morphological and molecular evidence. In order to infer phylogenes, we must gather as much information as we can about the morphologies, development, and biochemistry of living organisms, but it is also essential to study fossils, the preserved remnants of or impressions left by organisms that lived in the past. Fossils can help establish relationships between living organisms because they reveal ancestral characteristics that may have been lost over time in certain lineages. The fossil record sedimentary rocks, notice this, are the richest source of fossils. Sand and silt eroded from the land are carried by rivers to seas and swamps, where the minerals still settle to the bottom along with the remains of organisms. Over millions of years, deposits pile up and compress the older sediments below into layers called strata. Notice this figure. The fossil record is based on the sequence in which fossils have accumulated in such strata. Though sedimentary fossils are the most common, paleontologists also study other types of fossils. But fossils inform phylogeny only if we can determine their ages, clarifying the order in which various characteristics appeared and disappeared. Um, for now, keep in mind that the fossil record is a substantial but incomplete chronicle of evolutionary change. A large number of Earth's species probably did not die in the right place at the right time to be preserved as fossils. Of those fossils that were formed, many were probably destroyed by later geologic processes, and only a fraction of existing fossils have been discovered, rather than giving a true indications of the diversity of past life. The fossil record is biased in favor of species that existed for a long time, were abundant and widespread, and had hard shells, skeletons, or notice that or other parts that facilitated their fossilization, even with its limitations. However, the fossil record is a remarkably detailed account of biological change over the vast scale of geologic time.